Good day everyone. I am Hanilin A. Arimbuyutan, Bachelor of Secondary Education, Filipino 1, and it is my pleasure to be here to discuss the cultural differences and multicultural communication that spread in our society to have a cultural sensitivity and cultural awareness. When you said cultural differences, it is the difference of every individual in their beliefs and values that they share to each other, and also the practices among peoples from different backgrounds. Cultural differences also influence communication styles, decision-making processes, and approaches to problem solving. It is important to understand the cultural differences to build cultural sensitivity and cultural awareness. In this way, we can avoid to face the cultural ignorance, but it is the way to welcoming work environment for everyone and feel respected by supporting their culture. There are types of cultural difference in the workplace. First is the ethnic, the racial and national background. Second is the religious. This strongly impacts people values and influence what people perceive as ethical behavior. And the last one is the educational, which is the education experiences. There are some examples of how cultural differences impact the workplace, and these are the teamwork, communication, and feedback. These examples will be good and bad, especially in the workplace with a different culture that have in every employees. Understanding and respecting the differences of every individual can build an harmonious relationship in diverse environments that will strengthen our unity to be unified. Also, in accepting the different beliefs that they practice will be a result of a new interaction and good communication to each other. Diverse cultures across the globe can either be linked to physical cultures in the real world or exist solely in the virtual realm. Many cultures are closely tied to specific geographical locations. The emergence of internet cultures and subcultures presents a different scenario. Cultural spread can undergo changes as they spread to new locations or remain relatively unchanged. The degree of change varies based on the rigidity of cultural norms and beliefs. A culture with rigid norms and limited interaction with outsiders may experience change even if its members migrate to distant regions. There are some illustrative examples of cultural differences. The first example shows the attitude toward gender roles, and this is to promote gender equality and challenges traditional stereotypes. This image will engage to be equal no matters what gender that we have. Secondly, approach to education. This education system and attitudes toward learning can vary widely across cultures. This emphasizes the creativity, play, and student well-being. This will help the student to engage their different hobby and emphasis on academic achievement and rigorous study. Next is the multiculturality. It is the learning value and sharing language. It's also recognizing or embracing of all the culture around you. This learning is conscience, religion, family, food, celebration, and attitudes at work. Now, let's proceed to multicultural communication. It aims to include everyone, promote tolerance, and help different cultures get along. It is also the way of communication between people from different cultural backgrounds. These are the example of multicultural communication. The cultural workplace, which is the employees collaborate, exchange ideas, and solve problems. The religious gatherings, which is promoting religious tolerance and understanding. Now let's move in verbal communication. It is involves spoken and written words. It is also encompassing language structure, vocabulary, tone, and style. But the difference in linguistic structures can lead to significant misunderstanding. While the nonverbal communication is include body language, postures, proxemics, haptics, chronemics, and eucolesics. and misinterpretations can lead to significant communication breakdowns. Some trivia that eye contact considered as a sign of respect of some cultures, while others perceive as aggressive. Now, let's talk about the high context and low context. So what is the difference between high context and low context? When we said high context, it is rely heavily in shared understanding and nonverbal cues, while low context is emphasize explicit verbal communication. There are some challenges in multicultural communications. First is the language barrier. Secondly, the nonverbal means interpretations that differing to nonverbal cues that lead to significant understanding. Lastly is the power dynamic of hierarchy, which is the hierarchies can influence communication patterns. There are also some strategies for effective multicultural communication, and these are the self-awareness for understanding one's own cultural biases and cultural sensitivity and empathy, feedback and clarification, and active listening that paying attention to verbal and nonverbal cues. There are also have the multicultural communication in diverse contexts, and these are the business for collaboration and negotiation, healthcare that providing healthcare if services, and education for the teaching method and communication style effectively to their students. It also have the social interaction that building positive relationship within diverse communities, and the last one is the politics and diplomacy, which is the crucial for navigating international relations and resolving conflicts peacefully.